Hello everyone. So today we're going to be taking a look at this 2014 Volkswagen Tiguan R-Line. And today's review is taking place at S&R Motors Volkswagen, situated in Donegal Town, County Donegal. For all contact information in regards to the dealership, please see the description box below. So in today's review, we'll be looking at the interior of the car. I'll explain how all the features work. We'll also start up, look at the engine, go over the performance data, and take a look around the exterior. So let's get started. This particular Tiguan is actually a demo car, so it's been driven a bit. It's got a few miles on it. Four one-touch automatic windows, as well as heated and power folding exterior mirrors. As well as the sport seats. This Tiguan also comes with the aluminium sports pedals with the black studs. This car has 15,450 kilometers on the clock so far. It's got a sports 3-spoke leather wrapped multifunction steering wheel with electronic rack and pinion, speed proportional power assist. It's got perforations at the bottom, and it's also got the flat bottom race inspired design with the R-Line logo. And you got all your standard controls here for operating the radio and the Bluetooth phone, and everything off here operates the trip computer and your return button. And if we just quickly navigate through some of the options on this, we can go through the trip distance, average speed, speed itself, and your oil temperature and speed warning, and so on. Now if we just click right, you can go to the Bluetooth setting, and also to do with the Bluetooth up here on the roof, these controls here, the star, the information, and the little spanner, they also operate the Bluetooth phone. And if we go right once more, you got the driver alert system, which you can activate and deactivate. And then you got the main settings, so you got your language, the data, convenience, light and vision, time, winter tire setup, the units, tire pressure, alternate speed distance, service, and factory settings. So those are the three main menus. And the Tiguan comes standard with the CD radio. This is the basic RCD 310, I believe it's called. Very good sound quality. You got your standard preset stations here. You can also alternate between, if I click media, you can choose the auxiliary import and CD player. And if you just click radio, then you can also select between AM and FM frequencies. It also comes with air conditioning as standard with 4 different fan speeds, your defrost, recycling, and so on. So that's your heat settings. All the controls have a nice response and feedback to them. This car also has a good amount of storage areas as well. You got a little place up here in the dash, nice and shallow. I bet if you put a nice rubber pad in there, like I have my Astra, you could put your sunglasses or even phone sitting up there and it wouldn't slide around too much. And then you got the main storage bins in the doors, again good and deep. Also underneath the air conditioning controls, there's a storage area here. It's actually padded with rubber, and I suppose you could always use the ashtray as a little storage for coins, for example. Then you got another storage area down here, again lined with rubber. You also got these little slots here and up here. Now I believe you could just set something like cards in there, for example, if you have business cards or something. And then you got the 2 integrated cup holders down there, and another little storage area. This one's actually lined in kind of a fabric, so it is. And underneath here you got the main storage bin, again good and deep. As you can see, there's a few things in there. Also in there is your auxiliary jack. And the glove box itself is good and deep. Other things this car has, this Tiguan being one of the more upmarket models, it's got the auto dimming interior mirror. It's also got rain sensing windshield wipers. You can also operate the cruise control from here just using these 2 buttons on the side. It's also got automatic lights, so it's quite well equipped. And this one also comes of course with a 6-speed manual gearbox, and once you put it into reverse, parking sensors will chime and that little image will come up on the screen. Now down here you have a nice little selection of buttons. So for example, you got your park assist, turn that on and off. And Now this one here is the automatic parking. Now, I'm not actually going to be able to demonstrate it right now, but what you do, I'm sure some of you might be familiar with this, once you activate it, you have to have the car in reverse, and then the car will actually steer itself into the spot, and the parking sensors will chime if you're getting too close. So all you have to do is operate the pedals, the car will steer itself into the spot. I've actually seen it done a few times before in a few cars, and it is a pretty amazing feature, so it is really useful to have. And then you got the start-stop system and the traction control. And this Tiguan of course comes with the electronic parking brake. Just apply the foot brake and push down to disengage it. And engage it again. It also has the auto hold feature. Sunglasses container up there. And as I was saying, your Bluetooth controls, and you've got nice lamps as well. Illuminating vanity mirrors on both sides of course. I also really like the sport seats in the R-Line Tiguan. As you can see, it's got the R embedded on the headrest. Good and thick. Nice different use of materials here. And this here is more of a suede material, the white part that is. But overall, this is a really comfy car. Good amount of room. Very nice to sit in. I also like the way they've done the air vents. Give them a bit of a vertical position. So let's go check out the back seats. Small storage area down to the sides. Legroom back here is quite decent. I reckon if the seat was moved just a tiny bit more forward, it would be of course a lot better, but it's quite good. And also you can just pop this tray table out. There you go, clips in place, and if you have like a little kind of takeaway or something, you just eat it there and you can stick your drink in there. Rear ventilation, also got a 12-volt power outlet and 2 cup holders. You can also pull the center seat down, 2 more cup holders, and you got a pass-through into the boot. There it is. Rear quarter windows. Very good all-around rear visibility in this car. It's also got a decent amount of headroom as well. In many ways, the Tiguan is basically just a shrunken down, less expensive Touareg. So we'll just turn on the vehicle's power. I'm going to get a warning here about the oil in a second. There we are. Just click OK to get rid of that. Turn the headlights on full. Pull out for the rear fog lamps. The hazards. 1-touch automatic windows. And we'll take a look around the exterior. The exterior colour is called Deep Black Pearl. The R-Line Sports Kit looks very nice in this car as well. It also comes with these 18-inch Mallory twin 5-spoke alloy wheels, which again are part of the R-Line pack. I believe you can also get these alloys in 19 inches. It's got front ventilated steel disc brakes with solid discs in the rear. It's also got a 4-wheel independent suspension. It's got McPherson up front, and it's got the multi-link in the rear. Slightly tinted rear windows with the silver aluminium roof rails, which look quite nice. They also contrast very nicely with the aluminium going around the windows, and with the black paint and the R-Line Sports Kit, it all stands out very nicely. And of course it's got the rear spoiler as well. Now when Volkswagen updated the Tiguan, they just made a couple of minor changes to the interior and also to the exterior. They changed the tail lights to full red. As you can see, we have older Tiguan over here. I'll just zoom in on it. It's a 2010 model. You can see how the taillights are different. These are just a few minor changes just to give the Tiguan a more of an updated, refreshed look. Got your rear parking sensors. It also has a rear diffuser style bumper as well. Most Volkswagens, you just push in the VW badge to unlock the boot, but in the case of the Tiguan, there's just a electronic release underneath there. The boot space in this car is very good. It's got 470 litres of room, completely flat floor. This here is just a very small ledge in the way, but it's nothing of any inconvenience. And underneath there you got your spare wheel. There's also a 12-volt power LED out to the side, and you also got these little chrome hooks as well. To fold the rear seats, there's just a little strap here. Just pull that, and the seat folds down, and of course the exact same on the other side. And with the rear seats folded down, there is quite a bit more room in the back. They don't go down entirely flat, but in saying that, they don't leave any lips or ledges behind. And also they do come with one interesting feature, which is easy enough to miss. I just push this up, and same on the other side. You can create a kind of a false, completely flat floor. So with those little flaps, of course, they just cover up the gaps, so therefore nothing gets caught if you're trying to slide something big like golf clubs or skis in the back. They don't get caught in any little gaps. So that's a very handy little feature. Just pull them back here. As you can see, they just seal up that little gap between the seats and the boot floor. Another thing I should tell you about the rear seats I forgot about earlier is there's a black metal bar underneath each seat. So for example, underneath this one, you just simply pull up on it here, so it'll actually more over to this side, and you can slide the seats forwards and backwards. The overall length for the Tiguan is 174.5 inches. It has a width of 71.2 inches with a height of 65.6 inches, and the overall wheelbase is 102.5 inches. I also like the fact that Volkswagen have put a parking sensor on the side of the front and rear bumpers. That's very useful if you're driving in like city, for example, if you're in narrow streets and you're worried about, clipping something that's to the rear side of the vehicle. Very useful feature to have. The alloys look very nice in this, and of course it also has the silver trim going along the bottom of the doors. Is also of course part of the R-Line kit. Got your indicators integrated into the wing mirrors too. The bonnet release is also located on the passenger side footwell. The engine is a 2-litre TDI with Blue Motion technology. It produces 140 brake horsepower with a top speed of 116 miles per hour. It can also do about 48 miles to the gallon, and it also produces 236 foot-pounds of torque. You can also have this very same engine producing a few different power outputs. I believe one of them, the highest one, is about 170 horsepower or thereabouts. So we'll just set the lights back into automatic mode. So let's power on the Tiguan and see how it sounds. So we'll just finish up the review now. The Tiguan's quite a nice car. I've been in a few of these in my life, and you know, they're really nice. I like this R-Line one in particular. As a matter of fact, all R-Line Volkswagens are very nice. For example, the steering wheel is lovely. You know, as I was saying, it's perforated on the bottom and up the top as well. It's good and thick, so it is. It's got very nice thick thumb positions here. Got bits of brushed aluminium, and also off to the side here, don't know if you can notice it or how well you can notice it, but it's only very minor. It feels, you know, just a little straight off here, and then it's very flat and straight down at the bottom. But you know, it's very nice to use all around, and there's good feedback from the electric power steering as well. The interior is a lovely place to be as well. It's comfortable, the seats are nice and supportive. It's very well equipped with Bluetooth and cruise control and so on. It's got a nice amount of storage areas as well. It's just a really nice car all around. And as I was saying earlier, it's really just kind of a shrunken down, cheaper version of the Touareg. It's got a lot of room in the back as well. And also from the outside, it looks quite nice as well. I'm beginning to see a lot more of these R-Line Tiguans going around as opposed to normal, you know, standard looking Tiguans. So obviously a lot of people are actually willing to spend just a little bit of extra money for the sake of styling. And there are plenty of engines you can get for these cars. Off the top of my head, I believe there's a 1.4 TSI. You can have a 2-litre TSI and a massive array of diesels, which of course are going to be the most popular ones. You can also have it with the DSG automatic gearbox. Well everyone, I hope you enjoyed this full net tour of the 2014 Volkswagen Tiguan. Please remember to rate, comment and subscribe, and please stay tuned. We'll be playing more videos to come. Thanks for watching everyone.